Welcome everyone to the next episode of our video series about Regulation 561. In the previous part, we finished Article 10 and now we will continue with Article 11. As you can see, focus primarily on the right side of the screen, and I will soon explain why it's also important to keep the regulation open on the left side. This will become clear shortly in the video. In this episode, we will also briefly touch on Article 12, since Article 11 is quite short, and it's worth splitting Article 12 in two to keep this video from getting too long. The second part of Article 12 contains an important amendment that drivers today often use or would like to use, but we will discuss that separately. First, let's look at Article 11, which is titled Exceptions. So what kind of exceptions does this article discuss? It says that a member state may provide for longer minimum breaks and rest periods or shorter maximum driving times than those laid down in Articles 6 to 9. That's why I have also opened the regulation on the left side of the screen, so we can scroll separately and better understand what this refers to. Let's try to recall what Articles 6 to 9 are about. They cover daily driving times, driving periods, and rest periods. This section states that member states can deviate from these rules, but only in the direction of longer breaks, rest, or shorter driving times. So only to make the rules more favorable for drivers. Also, as the article continues, it emphasizes that these exceptions apply exclusively to domestic road transport operations. So member states have the right to make changes within their own territory. Naturally, the regulation adds that these changes must take into account existing collective agreements and other arrangements between social partners. So if there is a representative body in a member state that manages to agree on longer breaks or shorter working hours for drivers, they can implement this under Article 11. However, it's very important to note that this regulation, I mean the 561 from 2006, must still be applied to drivers involved in international transport activities. So a member state can only play with the rules within its own borders. But once a driver crosses into international traffic, these national deviations no longer apply. Alright, so that was this short Article 11. Let's move on Article 12, which also allows certain deviations. Let's see when and what it permits. Provided that road safety is not thereby jeopardized and to enable the vehicle to reach a suitable stopping place, the driver may depart from Articles 6 to 9 to the extent necessary to ensure the safety of persons, of the vehicle, or its load. Earlier, we discussed what's in Articles 6 to 9, that's on the left side of the screen. Basically, all the rules that govern our work, as I said before, driving times, rest periods, breaks, etc. You can see that all the way down on Article 7, 8, 9. Okay, so that's all about the driving times, rest periods, breaks, etc. And here it says that I can deviate from these rules to to the extent necessary, for example, to reach a safe place, to stop for safety reasons related to the vehicle, its cargo, or people. This typically comes into play when there are no parking spaces available, when there's a need to keep driving or move during a rest due to some incident. So this regulation provides legal background for such cases. But, and here is the important part, it says the driver shall indicate the reason for such departure manually on the record sheet of the recording equipment or on a printout from the recording equipment or in the duty roster at the latest on arrival at the suitable stopping place. So when you violate any of the rules in Articles 6 to 9 for the reason above, like you're looking for a parking spot or feel it's unsafe to stop, you are allowed to continue, but you must produce a printout where you write the reason for the deviation. Sign it, and this must be done upon reaching a safe place. Now, let me add, this is just a cautious piece of advice. If you can make the printout beforehand, so for example, if you are at a rest area and see that there are no available spots and you need to drive to the next one and you have a few seconds, it's good practice to print and prepare the note before continuing. That way, if you are stopped for inspection during the violation, you already have a printout with your explanation. This can be very helpful. But legally, it's sufficient to do it upon arriving at a suitable place. Now, the next part, which we'll cover in the upcoming video, is what drivers today most often ask about or try to use, sometimes rightly, sometimes not. It's about how to use the extra 1 or 2 hours to get the driver back to their employer's operational center or their own place of residence in order to take a rest period. And it really matters what kind of rest, when, and under what conditions it can be taken. But as I said, I don't want this video to be too long, so we will stop here and continue in the next one, where we will explain this very important part of Article 12. It deserves dedicated video so drivers can fully understand how to use this additional possibility properly. So thank you so much for watching. If you like the video, please give it a like, and if you think it might help others, feel free to share it. And if you don't want to miss more videos like this, subscribe to the channel, click the notification bell, and you will always get a message when a new video is published. Thanks again for being here, and see you in the next video. Bye!